I got a little fun fact for you.
Do you?
Yeah. And I think we can nominate this woman as our Patriot of the Week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a woman? I'm just kidding.
But no.
Start off real rough.
This is very throwback. So there's a woman named Judith Love Cohen. She's the mother of the actor Jack Black.
Oh, okay.
Right? She helped design the critical abort guidance system that allowed the Apollo 13 astronauts to safely make it to Earth. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. She's
Jack
badass.
Black, the actor.
Yeah. It's on his
Jack
Instagram
Black.
page. We'll put it up. He said he posts a picture of his mom, and his caption is, "It's true. My mom was a badass aerospace engineer and also loving mother."
Wow.
Yeah. So shout out to
What does she look like?
Mama Black. What's happening? Welcome back, everybody, to another episode. Watch it, love it, spread the word.
Anyways,
So, yeah,
4th of July just passed, right?
it did. Yeah.
We were partying together. It was a good time.
Yeah. Happy belated 4th to
I
everybody.
love the 4th of July. Like,
See,
what a badass holiday for the United States.
For me, it goes Christmas and then 4th of July.
Okay, I see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. The patriotic vibes you get on the 4th of July.
Oh, it's the best.
It's really hard to not want to have fun.
You know what? My oldest daughter asked me. I think we were driving around Monday.
Okay.
She goes, "Dad, why is there so many American flags outside of people's houses?" Yeah, and I was just like, "Well, sweetheart, that flag represents our country. It represents the strides we've taken throughout history. It represents the fallen soldiers. It represents our freedoms. It represents everything." And she goes, "Is that why we have a flag?" I was
That's
like,
right.
"Damn right,
That's right.
sweetheart. That's why we have a flag."
Well, it's like America's birthday,
It is.
right?
It is.
It's when all the farmers and the shopkeepers and all the normal people stood up against a massive force and said, "You know what? We're not doing this anymore."
Yeah, the boys came out.
That's right.
I was going to say, I got another fact for you. Did you know that there's an argument that Independence Day should be celebrated on July 2nd? Did you ever hear about that?
No.
I didn't know that. So apparently the Continental Congress voted on independence on July the 2nd, 1776.
Okay.
The Declaration of Independence didn't get approved until July 4th. So
Got
there was
it.
a 2-day lull. You know
Slackers.
how you know how it is in government. It's got to go to this guy. It's got to go to that guy. They got to sign stuff. Government speed.
Red tape, they call it, right? Did you know that there's 150 million hot dogs sold every Independence Day?
I did know that.
Then that would go back and forth from DC to Los Angeles more than 5 times.
That's crazy. I can't put down hot dogs like I used to.
No.
No, I get sick. I get so sick.
Oh,
Damn it, I did it again.
and that was according to the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council.
Ooh,
I didn't even know there was such a thing.
someone's got to regulate it.
Yeah. You know the Freedom Tower, so where the Twin Towers used to be, right?
Okay.
It's exactly 1,776 feet tall.
Did you get the measuring tape out?
I did, yes.
You go to the top line, hold the bottom. That's crazy.
Yeah, they did. Oh, they did that as like a
On purpose?
tribute to 1776.
I wonder how close it is. If it's like an eighth off, I'm
No,
gonna be
it's
pissed.
like perfect. So
That's
they built
cool.
the building, and it was like 300 plus feet, and then whatever that difference was, they put a big antenna on top. That and they finished it at
gotcha.
1776.
Smart. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. But yeah,
Man,
There
you
was-
see what's coming out of the Supreme Court lately?
there's been a lot. What do you-
like landmark stuff's
Yeah.
coming out of there.
give me some pinpoint.
Just recently, that big Second Amendment when we got for the right to carry firearms, they also said constitutionally that your right to defend yourself or your property extends outside of the home, which is a big win. That kind of shuts down a lot of
Yeah,
the
'cause-
California laws in New York, places like where we live.
So for those of you who don't know, if you want to get a concealed carry license for your firearm, you have to apply for it, and then you have to have a reason.
You have to have a qualifying reason.
qualifying reason, and if whoever that governing body is that you presented that reason to, if they voted and said nope, that's not a good enough reason,
Right.
So telling them, I just want to protect my family. While I'm out.
So in a couple different states they do that.
Yes,
Not all states. There's places like Arizona. You get once you cross the state line from California,
Right.
You can conceal carry, you can open carry, unless you go into a private business, and then they ask you not to.
right.
But the Supreme Court came out and said that your right to defend yourself extends outside of the home, and these states that have been putting these extremely stringent regulations on what qualifies you. So if you say, I just want to defend myself, they said, that's not a good enough reason.
Yeah, it
so the
didn't
Supreme
qualify.
Court came out and said, no, you can't do that,
Yeah,
which shut everything down. So that was a big win, right?
it only took freaking 30 years.
I know. Well, then they already tried to come out with, California's been trying to make up other laws to circumvent what the Supreme Court just did.
Of course, because they're a bunch of
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, they're sore losers on that.
They're probably creating verbiage and they're creating all these different legislations that make no sense, but all of a sudden they use it against you and then it becomes law.
Well, New York, instantly right after that ruling came out, they tried to make it so the entire state was a sensitive area. Because their sensitive area is like, I think it's government buildings, schools, things like that. Like you can't carry certain places. They tried to make the entire state like that. And the Supreme Court came out and said, hey, you can't do that either. So that's awesome. That's one thing Trump did. And that shows how smart this guy really is. Before he left office, he put constitutional judges on the Supreme Court. Oh, see, AOC got all upset about, she was all pissed off about this Supreme Court decision for affirmative action. And she's saying that the Supreme Court's overreaching their power and they're not. Oh, impeachment. She wants to get them impeached now.
Of impeachment
and it's like, it goes back to that whole idea. Like every time they don't get what they want, boom. We need to fire these people or kick them out of office, or we need to change the rules because we're not getting our answers that we want.
Like I said, dude, they just create garbage.
Yeah.
They create garbage and then they just try to get people out for being constitutional.
Right. Oh, and that just goes back to the whole student debt that Biden tried to push through on an executive order.
The debt forgiveness?
Yeah. Okay. So the judges came out again and said, hey, you can't do that because you're the president of the United States. You don't have that power.
Yeah, you're a moron.
Yeah, yeah. That power is with Congress. You can't, and that was the only reason they struck it down.
Right. Okay.
So if it goes through Congress and gets the votes, then yes, they could do that.
Right.
So they were like, no. So that's the whole point of the Supreme Court. They're the supreme ruler of the land, right?
Yeah. For those of you who watch Guardians of the Galaxy, they're the supreme being.
Supreme being. Yeah.
They're in charge. But yeah, the AOC needs to keep her mouth shut and just go make some more dance videos or something.
She made a dance video?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
No.
Oh, God, I can't remember how far back it was.
I didn't see that one.
You had to have seen it.
Nope.
Wasn't she a bartender before all this too? She was a bartender.
She was a bartender.
Bartending dancer. I wonder if she was a lady of the night dancer.
I don't think she was a lady of the night dancer.
No? Never know, man. These politicians.
Right. Yeah. Oh, you said something about the White House earlier. Yeah. I think I know what you're going to talk about.
Hey, what's that white substance on your shoulder?
Yeah. Hey, does this Coke smell funny? Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, they found Coke at the White House.
Dude.
First, it started out as a white substance, but they did lab test it, and it did come back confirmed as cocaine.
You know, Biden was like, "Hey, you don't have to test that."
Yeah,
I know what it is.
Yeah, you don't have to. It's ice cream.
It's ice cream.
You don't have to test
powdered. It's powdered ice cream.
Yeah, it's funny.
Hunter's been there recently too.
I was gonna say, wasn't old HB Hunter Biden? Wasn't he just there?
Yeah, and isn't he on probation?
Yeah, isn't he a freaking cokehead?
Yeah, coke meth head.
Yeah, isn't he a monster? They're spewing that it was found in a highly trafficked area of the White House.
That's not what I read.
Now, do they still do tours? I don't think they do tours of the White House anymore, do they?
So they do, but it's in the East Wing.
Okay, so
most tours are in the East Wing.
Where did they find Hunter Biden's cocaine?
On the on the West Wing.
In the West Wing.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So that is not a high traveled area. So they've already debunked that. So somebody who was only allowed to be in there had that.
You see,
and there's someone's like, well, what if there was a press person and they dropped it? Like, okay, what press person's walking in with a bag of Coke?
What person is stupid enough besides drug addicts to walk into the White House with drugs on their person? That's like my dumbass going on that cruise
with that bullet in your bag.
Forgetting I had a freaking a 5.56 round in my Nike bag. We go on a cruise. We get to where you check in with security. I scan my stuff, and then they're like, okay, go wait over here. And then all of a sudden, some guy shows up. He's like, excuse me, sir, you need to come with me. And I'm like, what?
And I'm on the sideline with my family, like, hey, where are you taking my brother?
Yeah.
And they're like, you got to stay here.
It was so Hollywood. I was like, oh my God, dude, they're going to get
it was like
me.
almost
What's happening?
The boat was getting ready to take off.
Yeah, I was getting close.
There was like a 45-minute ordeal.
So anywho, I walk behind these double doors, and then I see my bag, and then I see a 5.56 round standing upright, and I was like, oh shit. Oh my God.
We had just gone shooting that week before.
Yep, one round slid. In like a duffel bag, sometimes they have that like hard bottom.
Yes.
That stuff can slide under.
Yep.
That's exactly what happened. I had no clue it was in there.
There's always money underneath that, like change.
Yeah. And the first thing I said was, that is not mine. But it was mine.
That's not my bag. Someone put that there.
Other than getting pulled over by a cop for the first time, which is like probably one of the scariest.
Terrifying.
And it's terrifying for no reason. It just sucks. But
It does.
this one made me shit my pants for sure. I was like, dude, I'm getting arrested, bro. And then I was talking to the guy, and he was like, all right, dude, explain. And I was like, I just went shooting, and I'm not trying to do anything. I just want to go on a cruise. So he asked me all these questions, like, dude, we go shooting, and we went shooting last weekend, and I had like 300 rounds of 5.56 in here, and obviously I forgot one.
Right.
And then he was like, oh man, all right, well, don't worry about it. You just sign this. And he goes, but do you have any other weapons on you? And I was like, no. And
only delicious and vicious. Yeah. These two guys right here.
Yeah. But I was like, nope, I got nothing. He goes, okay. He goes, if you get caught on board with something, you're in trouble, dude.
I bet.
Yeah. He did say that, like, there's a lot of cops and other people, they'll show up with guns in their bags.
I bet.
And like not even thinking about it. So I didn't feel too stupid after that, but I was scared as hell. I was going to prison forever, man.
If it comes out that it was this guy's coke, if it was Hunter's coke,
I'd be so happy.
Dude, I would be so happy. You even said it when I was talking about how he's on probation now.
Yeah,
and then he has to stay sober for 2 years.
Yeah, he's not gonna. I said he's not gonna.
Well, if that's the case, he's going to jail.
No,
he'll be in violation of probation.
He won't go to jail.
I don't know. That one's going to be pretty hard for them to sweep under the rug.
It'd be funny if they caught him.
Get it? He's an artist, right? Hunter Biden.
Is he?
Yeah, he makes art.
What does he paint? What does he paint with the blood that drips out of his nose?
Yeah. He uses food coloring for all the coke he puts on the table. But so he actually went through like a legal dispute with like an ex-girlfriend. They had a kid together, but he was saying it wasn't his kid. Long story short, they did a child support hearing.
Okay.
And he has to pay like $20,000 a month in child support.
Damn, that's stiff, man.
He also has to give this kid a select few of his paintings.
That's an odd.
Well, and that's why I wanted to look it up. I'm like, well, all his paintings suck. I've seen a few pictures of it. Like they're weird. They're not even like high end.
It's just stick figures that go on a fridge.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I'm like, oh, great. You're really helping this kid out, And then I saw that it's anywhere from like 75 to 500 grand on his paintings that people are buying.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'll tell you what, a good way to wash money is to sell art.
That's what I was hitting at.
You know what I'm saying? Huh? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, wink, wink.
Yeah. You're telling me they don't have any video of like who would have accidentally dropped off the drugs in the White House? Dude, they know
that's
who
a great
was.
point.
They know who it was. There's no way. It's the most guarded place in the nation.
So I would assume the second they found that bag and they were on their like normal patrol, right?
Right.
You don't think they would go straight back and then start watching the film back?
And if they found it in a specific area and if they found it that easy, like they must have just seen it or something.
Yeah.
That means that they patrol that area a lot.
Yeah.
So they could probably have a good idea of like time frames.
What gets me is it's even labeled Hunter Biden. I'm kidding. It wasn't labeled.
So we'll see what comes from that, but that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, I don't know, man. There's so much hypocrisy that comes with our current.
Well, like as I like to say, it's that Democratic privilege keeps getting that guy out of trouble.
Ooh, your Democratic privilege is showing.
Yeah, exactly. Totally. I got a different subject for you. I've been looking a lot into AI technology because it's changing so rapidly right now. Have you seen some of the pictures coming out from AI? Like you can type into this program and say, I want to make a picture of a duck walking a dog on the beach.
And then it will draw it.
Paint a beautiful, it looks like a painting.
Wow.
Yeah. So there was a guy, his name is Jason Allen. He created a painting that he entered in an art contest. And it wasn't like a huge contest. It was like a $300 main prize. Mm-hmm. He used a program called Mid Journey to make this picture, but didn't tell anybody about it. So it went through, he got first place. And he was like, hey, guess what? I didn't make that, AI did. He's like, we're all screwed. All of our jobs are obsolete now.
Yeah, right. Right.
Which leads me to my next idea or my thought was AI is getting so smart. There's all these crazy, all the jobs like engineers or hell, even car salesmen, like anything that's to do with computers can all be outsourced to AI.
I think it doesn't matter how good AI gets. There's certain careers that will not be taken over.
Right.
Because they can't be. Drywallers, pipe fitters, electricians, iron workers.
Don't get me wrong. They do have machines that can build houses. They have 3D printers on like mass scale.
They don't have machines that can wire up a 3-way switch.
Yeah. There's not a lot of electricians who can wire a 3-way switch. I've seen videos of companies making these robots that go do these tasks like put up drywall or set cinder blocks and things like that, like manual labor issues. But that's a one-off machine and it would be so expensive no one would invest in it. But I'm not saying eventually that won't happen. We grew up in such a weird generation where when we were kids, we didn't have have that technology. We didn't have computers, internet, phone. Until we got a little older, we were like in our preteens, right?
Yeah, Nintendo was where it was at. That was it.
Right. And then we grew up as technology was growing so fast.
Well, we were in the transition of technology.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we were the beginning. What's happening? Dial up, AOL. Oh crap! It froze. You
you try to call your friend. You try to call your friend's house, and all you get is that weird tone.
Like, oh crap! They're on the internet.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Dial up.
Like our kids don't know anything but the internet and phones
and fast speeds.
Everything's fast and
Remember when you'd be on the computer like playing a game and then somebody would use the phone? You'd be like, "Get off the phone!" It would, man.
Like think of the change, like our grandparents. Both, they're both passed away, but going from literally not even a radio or a TV, and then by the time they pass away, they got phones and internet and video games and
Imagine seeing the first colored TV come out.
Oh, that'd been so cool.
Yeah. Now we got to worry about the next he, him, they, that, it coming out.
Yeah. You know what I'm worried about this summer is seeing a wiener pop out of a bikini. That's what I'm worried about.
Hey,
I've been thinking about that.
Target has pouches for that.
They do. Well,
so you're covered.
Oh, you see Ben & Jerry's just came out?
I did.
On the 4th.
Yeah. I have the quote here if you want to
do you really?
Yeah. This 4th of July, Ben & Jerry's came out and said, it's high time we recognize that the U.S. exists on stolen indigenous land and commit to returning it. The funny part is they started getting blown out of the water on Twitter by people commenting like, "Oh, you guys are such hypocrites." And then there's this one person, I don't know who it was, but they left a comment. It says the Abenaki Nation would like to have a word with Ben & Jerry's about the land under their headquarters that they are currently occupying in Vermont. They really should commit to returning this land and naming their next flavor Shameful Hypocrisy Crunch. In the face!
I wonder if that's true. If they're sitting, are they like on an Indian burial ground or something?
I saw a couple different things on that. So
No way.
Well, we'll say it's true until it's not.
Yeah. What a terrible thought to put out on the day of the most patriotic day of the year.
Yeah.
For the United States.
Morons.
It's like at this point, these companies are just like, okay, I wonder who can lose as much money as possible first.
Yeah. Bud Light and Target really set the standard. I think we can beat them.
We can do better than that, you guys. Krispy Kreme comes out next week and does something stupid. I'm going to be pissed.
Oh, God. Oh, man. I think that's it for today, man. I think we used up all of our time.
Yeah, let's close it out.
Yeah, let's do it. Really quick, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. As always, we're here every Monday. New episodes drop, new information, new fun stuff. Check it out. Love you guys.